Welcome to Tecmo Tuesday, and this is the last game of the whole fucking season, the Super Bowl, the big one. It is the Cowboys and is the Steelers, the two teams who met in the Super Bowl for real in 1978, and Staubach makes it back. All right. All hands on deck, as it should be. You know, you don't want to see a battle of, one team starter against a backup in the Super Bowl. Although there have been some backup QBs who have won. Foles, Hostetler, these guys, they came through and won championships against all odds, but you still, you want to see, especially when you get like a big heavyweight matchup like this, and in real life in 1978, and this return here by Johnson's going to take him into Steeler territory. In the real Super Bowl of 1978, when these two teams faced off, it was, not only was it probably the best Super Bowl up to that point, but it was also highly anticipated because these were two teams that, and Dupree's got the touchdown here on the first drive on a pass from Staubach. He's back with a vengeance, and the Cowboys get on the board first. The Steelers had 2 Super Bowl wins up to this point. The Cowboys had 2 Super Bowl wins up to this point. They were both like the team of the 70s, the teams of the 70s, and they were kind of like playing for the chance to be basically the crown, the king of the 70s. Despite the fact that the Steelers had already beaten the Cowboys in a previous Super Bowl, if Dallas would have won against them in the rematch, it would have been looked at as, hey, they split games, but Dallas also won 3 of them. So, for what that is worth. Third and 7 here for Pittsburgh. Also, Dallas were the defending champions at this time. I know that in this Tecmo verse, that there's different things happened in each of the last 2 seasons with our. So like, as far as the I guess the fan fiction is concerned, that narrative wouldn't be in play here. It would be a whole different thing. But who cares? And that is a catch for Pearson down the sideline. And Dallas is looking to potentially go up 2 scores here. Start the game off. The pitcher to Dorsett. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get tackled right after he gets said first down. He's got some guys open, and the only reason why that didn't work is because he was out of bounds. It was otherwise ill-advised. It's going to Hill, and it is caught. Touchdown. What a start this is for Dallas. Could not have asked for it to go any better. Now, when these teams play now, and really I'd say for almost all of my existence since watching football, I would definitely be rooting for. I probably would be rooting for. Maybe early on, because when I first started watching football, it was right at the beginning of Dallas's 90s run. And it wasn't until like the second year where I was like, all right, I'm done with these Cowboys. Actually, it was at that Super Bowl. I wanted Buffalo to win that first one. And then after that, I also rooted for San Francisco to win the NFC title game before that. So I was already like going on my way to being anti-Dallas. So yeah, for basically all my life, I've been like not a Dallas fan, and it just got more so over the years, or less so of a fan of them as I've grown to dislike Jerry Jones more and more over time. But at this point, under this ownership and with this particular team, I definitely would have liked these Cowboys way more than the future Cowboys. You know, I liked Landry, I liked Staubach. I didn't, there was no Jerry Jones to fuck up shit. There weren't a bunch of cokeheads like they had in the, well, maybe they were cokeheads, at this point, but they weren't, the unlikable team that was the 90s Cowboys. Not to mention others. But these Cowboys here are looking to put, just like stomp a mud hole in the Steelers here. They are up 14-0 and now in the red zone. In the, not even at the midway point of the second quarter here. Looking to go up 21-0. See if Pittsburgh can. Well, they got at least they prevented a touchdown there, or they didn't give up a touchdown. I shouldn't say they prevented it. It's stuff. I just kind of threw that one out the back. That's one of the reasons right there too why it's tougher to score. Sometimes the passes for no good reason will be overthrows in the end zone because you can't manually throw the ball away. It just happens sometimes. I am sure that the accuracy of the quarterback has a lot to do with it. Is that going to be enough for a first down? Oh, what? That was line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7. It's 3rd and goddamn goal. They don't say 3rd and goal. I was looking at that first down marker, or that line of scrimmage marker, as if it was the first down marker. Anyway, the defense does their job. They hold Dallas to a field goal attempt, but as we're approaching the 2-minute warning here, they got to get something going on their offense. This has been rough sledding for the Steelers, and as far as the Cowboys go, that's the worst thing that's happened to them today is that their offense stalled in the inside the 10, and they had to settle for 3 points and go up 3 scores here. If they hold them to getting any points here at the end of the half, which we've seen Pittsburgh last week, they friggin' scored right at the last second. Then they will take it into the half with all kinds of momentum, and they tried that bloody fake reverse thing. It's not gonna work. I know that the computer probably, the opponent isn't really looking at such shit. Neither side is particularly smart, but D.D. Lewis gets the sack, and they will indeed hold him. And again, about the dumb AI, you don't call a timeout when you get sacked on 3rd down and you're going to punt it. There's absolutely no reason for that. But it's the AI. The CPU always calls a timeout when they have them, if it's under 2 minutes like that in the 4th quarter, especially when they're, or the 2nd quarter. Either one, especially when they're trailing. And look at this, they actually have some time to get down there and get a field goal out of this. Or even a touchdown if they're lucky. So, yeah, so it doesn't matter what down it is, there's hardly any time for plays here. Pitch to Dorsett. He's going to get them the first down. And with 12 seconds left, I mean, there's really not much in the way of time here, but they're too far away to kick a field goal. They're going to run it. No, they're not. They're going to try to throw it. It's incomplete, out of bounds. So that's it. They did not feel comfortable enough with their kicker to try a long field goal. I would have gone for that anyway. It's like, you at least have a chance. Or, I would have played the sidelines a little bit better and tried to get a few yards closer. But you don't have a lot to work with 12 seconds. And, God knows I fucked up that whole situation a few times. With time management at the end of the half. Which is something that I always, when you watch real football and you see the coach fuck up the time management, it's like, what in the hell is wrong with you? Come on. Like, I'm better at you than this. But, in the situation, in the moment, it's like you gotta react, and it's a lot harder, especially when you've got that many eyeballs on you watching the game. It's a lot more pressure than just some, you know, fat ass sitting and on your couch playing the game on your Nintendo or Sega or whatever, you know, video game system you happen to be operating. We as fans will often take that shit for granted. Yeah, we are not the ones out there getting paid millions to do this. And that is a catch by Stallworth down the sideline. He's getting to the 50, to the 45, the 40, and the 35. That is the biggest play for the Steelers so far. And it seems like they made their halftime adjustments. I mean, I'm not going to come out and just say that that's what happened because, you know, it's been only one play. And here's one play later, and they get 1 yard. So, you know, that momentum has ceased for now at least. And Dallas is just busting through that line. They are winning the trenches battle, which often translates to winning the game. Not always, but it often does. Bradshaw has some time this time. He's going to scramble, he's going to run it, and he's going to get the first down and take it into the red zone of the 15 to 10. It's now going to be a goal-to-go situation. And they're running the clock out pretty good here, too, which is not what you necessarily want to do as the team that's losing. You want to get in the end zone, but a field goal will put it to within a score. And this next 3rd and 4 is going to be a big part of... It's going to be huge because it's going to determine whether or not they go for the field goal. And they're going to blitz them. And that's going to put an end to that. They have to kick it here and stay in the game. And they don't, you know... It's still a 2-score game. They can kick off here without, you know, feeling the need to onside it or anything. Hell, they could get the ball back before the goddamn 3rd quarter ends. But you don't want to start it off with a short kickoff like that. You want to pin them down there, which would have been the reason to go for it in the previous one play. If you know, but yeah, you can't go for that. You're basically out of the game. If you don't convert it, I mean. So Dallas now 2nd and 4. If they can get a couple of first downs here, you know, get into field goal range, they may not, you know, they may not score a touchdown, but they will have. All it takes is a field goal to send this back to a 3-score game and just put a monkey wrench into Pittsburgh's plans. And what a defensive play that was by the safety over there. That was huge because now it's well, it's 2nd down, but that touchdown would have probably sealed the game. And now this run by Newhouse is going to get a first down, and they're going to take it to like the 11 or 12. Fakes the handoff. He's going for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Almost picked off. That was an ill-advised throw by Staubach, but what are you going to do? I'll tell you what you're going to do. Throw a touchdown pass to the end zone. Drew Pearson catches it in the middle of the field, and that probably does it, folks. You know, there's still time. It's still not over yet, but... $24-3, it's hard to come back from that shit. So, once again, I said it last week that I wasn't sure what I was going to do for Future Tecmo Tuesday, and I'm still at that same stance. I have no idea. I've gotten some suggestions over the course of the last few weeks, but, you know, I'm going to take a break. At least through the holidays, if not more. You know, it's like I have no... I'm feeling a need to step away from this for a little bit, you know. It's like I would like to... if I'm gonna, you know, come back, I want to not... I don't want to say be burnt out from it, but I want to have it, like, freshen up a bit, you know. It's... Have a palate cleanser of sorts by not having Tecmo. And it's not even... I know I've also been suggested, like, oh, you know, play a different sport season, you know, like, and it's like, no, I just don't want to play on to, you know, another slew of games, you know. It's like, I when I take my Tecmo breaks, it's for the reason is to free up the extra time and, you know, do other shit, like not just video, YouTube related stuff, but it also does make things easier if I'm working on a bigger long-term project. You know, for a walkthrough or whatever, you know, it's like, it's easier. And especially since the, you know, like I said, the holidays are coming up. I'd like to have more free time for that. And Dallas is putting this game away even deeper than they already had it with this touchdown pass. Well, at least the conference title game, well, at least the first one was good. Yeah, last week's games were definitely better. The Cardinals at least came back and made the NFC title game respectable. Steelers just trying to pad some stats here, trying to go out with some pride, some dignity. And instead they almost threw an interception. I know, it's desperation, heave, what the hell do you have to lose? Just go for it. And there you go. Oh, and then the great pickup of the blitz by the running back. Bradshaw almost got decked in the end zone. 4th down now. This is, you know, possibly the last play of offense for this team in the season, and they're going to get safety. Tom Henderson gets the safety. So, yeah, it's between they're going to try the onside drop kick. And Hill has been Johnny on the spot here. Last week in the NFC title game against the Cardinals, he picked up the onside kick. And then here he is doing the same thing in this one. And look, they are just putting the freaking foot on the throat. Newhouse makes the touchdown. It's like as if they have legit vengeance on their mind from the real Super Bowl, and they want to come back in the form of an 8-bit video game and take their frustrations out over the last 30 years, or the last 40 years, I should say, since that loss. And Thornton's going to take this one inside. Oh, look, it's a fumble. It's out of bounds. So, with 18 seconds left, the Steelers at least have a chance to get one in the end zone. And that wasn't going to be it as Larry Cole gets the sack. 14 seconds left. This is going to be the last play of the game. And they hand it off to Franco. And it ends on a fucking whimper. 40-3, Dallas took this one. Look at these numbers. My God, they just barely, and by they I mean Pittsburgh, just barely got 100 yards of offense. Only 3 first downs. So there were at least one quarter went by with no first downs the whole quarter, and then one each in the other 3, if not, you know, 2 whole quarters being Sands first down. But Staubach just like absolutely demolished Bradshaw in the duel that they had at quarterback. Individual stats otherwise were fairly even. You know, Dorsett definitely outrushed Terry Bradshaw, who was that's a sign right there. If Bradshaw is your leading running rusher for the team, then you've got issues that you need to work through. You know, they weren't nearly as good in the passing department either. Only 65 yards passing. So, yeah, just a rough day for the Steelers. Cowboys go on to win. And that is it. So, yeah, that was the 1978 season. It was the 6th season of Tecmo Tuesday. Thank you for watching this game. Thank you for watching the whole season if you've been watching. Thank you if you skipped to the end for no good reason, just to see what the hell I'm talking about at this point in the video, then, you know, thanks for watching that too. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. So the Cowboys won. They are the Super Bowl champions. They, what the hell would it be? They traveled through time and sought out vengeance for themselves in the past or for the future. Whatever, I don't know. However you want to frame this story, that's how it ends. Yeah, that is it for this season. It was a fun season, even though it ended, unfortunately for us, as the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm going to be taking a break, like I said. No particular word on who I'm going to even play as. I'm gonna step away from it for a few weeks, if not a few months. Just to cleanse the palate. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you next time.